Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. If you don't know where that's from, then you probably haven't been living on the planet Earth. But hell, neither did I 6 months ago. So let me catch you up. Hamza is a 25-year-old YouTuber who's got 2 to 3 channels, with his main channel closing in on 600,000 subs, and I believe his second channel getting close to 200,000 subs. And based on all the videos that I've seen of him, it sounds like he makes around, I think, 30K a year, which is when you multiply that by 12, then divide it by 12, then you carry the 1. It's around $360,000 a year, which by my estimation puts him in the top 1% of all men. So what does he do to make all this money? He runs a cult. What? Don't look at me. Those are his words, not mine. No. Not that kind of cult. He's leading a cult of young men, and he's helping them with self-improvement. He's taking them on this transformation from Jeffrey, a guy who's addicted to video games, fapping, and porn, to Adonis, a guy who's handsome, the leader of his tribe, and goes after what he wants.
Well, okay, Glass, that's great information and all, but like, why are you making a video on Hamza?
Well, come on, my nigga. Isn't that obvious? Like, I am trying to become a self-improvement YouTuber, so occasionally, just occasionally, I check out other self-improvement YouTube channels. And I haven't seen a guy blow up this fast since like Matt Diavella or Ali Abdaal. And admittedly, after seeing this guy's face plastered everywhere when I did any kind of self-improvement search, I started to have some, what he would call, I guess, like Jeffrey traits or Jeffrey tendencies. I started to get like a little bit jealous, a little bit envious. Like, what does he have that I don't have? What is so special about this Hamza's guy? And to be honest, man, those questions haunted me for days. But that's why I like a good haunting, because that's when I knew it was time. It was time for me to go do a full investigation on Hamza. Now, guys, admittedly, I don't watch a ton of self-improvement YouTubers. I honestly feel like I'm past that stage in my life. I figured the best way for me to get to know what Hamza was about was for me to watch his 10 most popular videos. All right, so I'm about to watch this guy, and I'll be honest with you. I'm really kind of going into this wanting to hate Hamza. I don't know. It's like my competitive nature is getting the best of me, and his thumbnails really pissed me off. So I watched video after video after video after video, and I ain't gonna lie to you. At first, I wasn't really resonating with dude's content. You see, I had been on a social media detox, guys, for the last 3 months, and I guess that's why I wasn't hip to the culture, but the woke jack memes just really weren't hidden for me. And I'm not exactly like sure what it was, but it seemed like this guy had a huge, and I mean big ass ego. Like, he couldn't fit through a doorway with that head even if he tried. Like, I'm talking dude seemed cocky. But then something different started to happen. Something's weird about this, because I came into all this whole thing secretly trying to hate dude, secretly trying to compete with dude, but I found myself kind of like, I don't know, like bonding with Hamza. It's weird. You know, I think it was the Sneeko videos when he really started to like win me over. Up until this point, I had seen nothing but a cocky douchebag asshole. Like, I had seen nothing but that. But on that video in particular, he did something crazy to me. Not only did he self-reflect, but he identified his flaws. He hopped on camera, made a public apology, and then started doing things to correct his actions and go in a different way. And after further research, I guess I concluded that Hamza's truly one of the most fascinating people I've ever researched. I mean, the guy has an ego the size of a fucking football field, but he also has the ability to self-reflect, the humility to like admit when he's wrong. I mean, I honestly don't get it. Like, those two don't go hand in hand. He's kind of like, let me think. Ego, ability, self-reflect, deep thinker. He's kind of like Kyrie Irving.
Man, I'm dead.
I don't know. He was just the most cocky, yet self-aware, yet vulnerable, yet humble ass nigga I've ever seen. Confusing, to say the least. After that, I started to discover more of his reflective content. I saw videos where he told detailed stories about how he's fucked up in life. I saw videos where he admitted a lot of the past mistakes that he had made. He put out a podcast where he was having tough conversations with his dad. And this man put out a therapy session for all to see. And the confusing thing is, generally in our society, vulnerability is seen as a weakness in most men. However, his vulnerability, his ability to tell stories, is what was making me connect with him. It was making me feel like he was relatable, like he would be a friend that I'd have in real life. And before you know it, I'm sitting there about to comment on one of his videos about gyno, being like, bro, me too. And then it hit me. That's exactly why everybody loves this motherfucker. He's vulnerable, not afraid to admit when he's messed up. His storytelling, it's crazy. I feel like I know this dude's whole life now. And he's super relatable. In almost every single video, I was like, damn, bro, me too. I get it now. That is why everybody loves him. Sure, he doesn't have the most comprehensive self-improvement strategies ever in the world, but like hell, who does? And if we're being honest, all self-improvement is really just rehashed information. However, what makes Hamza's self-improvement hit just a little bit differently is his relatability to his audience. If I'm being real, I can definitely see why all these kids and all these viewers would run through a wall for the cult. But he may have won me over for the time being, just a little bit. But I ain't done. I gotta keep digging. All right, so I started out this research process wanting to hate Hamza, and somehow he has ended up turning me into a mega fan. Not exactly what I had in mind, but like every other self-improvement YouTuber and guru, there's no way he could just be giving out this information without some ulterior motive. I know there's gotta be some course that he's pushing. All of them do it. They all are pushing some sort of course. There it is. I got it. It's right there. So after doing some digging, I finally found Hamza's courses. He had two of them. One was about building an aesthetic body, and the other one was on Skillshare about dopamine detox. And to my surprise, it was not priced at the typical $2,000 price tag that every other guru charges for their course. Now, I didn't take the aesthetic course, but I did take the Skillshare course about dopamine detox, and I went into it thinking, okay, he's probably just gonna rehash all the information from his YouTube videos and stuff it in this course to make some money. But what I found in the course is he actually goes into a lot of depth on these videos. And for someone who's well versed in the space of dopamine detox, I found myself learning a lot. And on top of that, I couldn't believe it was only 20 bucks to sign up for a membership for Skillshare, and I was getting all this valuable information from his course. Okay guys, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm getting a little tired from this search, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm having a real tough time finding really anything bad about this guy. This is not going well for my plan to make a video to rip him to shreds. Yeah, look, I didn't want to do this. I gotta pull out all the stops. I gotta go deeper. Pause, nigga. Okay, I got it. I've always struggled with this, guys. So it was me. I'm just not a good researcher. So you know what? Let me go see what other people are saying about Hamza. So I decided to crawl through Reddit to see what other people were saying about him. And to my surprise, there were actually a lot of negative comments. And after reading those comments, I'm just sitting there thinking to myself like, okay, glass duh, obviously you missed something if all these people are talking shit. But I just honestly couldn't tell what it was that I missed. The only way I'm gonna find out what I want to find out about this man is I gotta dive neck first into the cult and find out what's really going on. So I got dressed in all black, went to one of Hamza's videos, went into the description section, and I clicked on the Discord server link. Man, this nigga really got a Discord that operates like a fully well-oiled machine. Oh god damn, this nigga got a whole application process on strict lockdown. Who do you think he is? Chelsea Clinton? But whatever, I filled out the application process, or whatever he called it, and I was finally in. This was espionage at its finest. I went into this expecting to see a lot of shit. I expected to see people selling me left and right. I expected to see Hamza cult leaders carrying torches, drinking animal blood and shit. I expected to see a lot, but I didn't really see any of that. As a matter of fact, the stuff I saw was like actually pretty good. You see, in the Discord, he has a section specifically designed to help out other people who are creating self-improvement channels to help promote some of their work. It also seemed that his Discord had a very heavy focus on tribe, and it wasn't really at all about him. I also found what seemed to be just a group of young men from different ages, different races, and different backgrounds, all in one Discord just discussing the different challenges they were facing, from anywhere from fitness to dating and anything in between. And if I'm being real, I think the community aspect is the one big thing that is missing in the self-improvement space. If I can just look back and remember my own self-improvement journey, one of the biggest mistakes that I made was isolating myself. Because I know how it feels when you're on that self-improvement journey and you feel like, man, ain't nobody on the same stuff as I am. They're not reading the books. They're not improving themselves. So what you naturally want to do is just be like, all right, fine, I'm gonna cut off everybody. So I made that mistake. And I think what he's created here is actually remedied that mistake. These young men don't have to isolate themselves. They can be around other young men who are like-minded, who have the same aspirations as them, and they can have friends that are all going in the same direction. So I'm confused. Okay, after all the time I've spent investigating Hamza, here's essentially what I came up with. Yes, okay, brief interruption. While I was actually recording and scripting this video and doing that, whatnot, Hamza actually dropped a video on his Unfiltered channel about possibly quitting. So Hamza, if you ever watch this video, this next part is for you. Okay, so here's my absolute conclusion on Hamza. I think he can be a little arrogant. I think he can be a little cocky. And I think his message can sometimes come across as very extreme. And don't get me wrong, I don't like all of the things that he teaches when it comes to self-improvement. However, I do love, and I do mean love, L-O-V-E, love what he's doing. Look, let's be real. Hamza's a guy that has gone through the fire and come out on the other side of it. He's gone from self-proclaimed degenerate to very successful YouTuber and businessman who's making a lot of money and taking care of his family, while also at the same time sharing his knowledge, his experience, and his advice with thousands, and I do mean thousands, of young men daily who need it. And because he's so relatable, all this rehashed self-improvement advice that you guys would say, all that rehashed stuff, it's hidden a lot differently than it does from other creators. So guess what that means, guys? That means the message is getting through to some people. And when a positive message gets through to people, guess what, man? Lives change. And to top all of that off, as if he needs more accolades, he's created a community where young men get together, support each other, discuss things, and help each other with their growth. And being honest, these kids or these young men that are watching him, they're very lucky that a man has come along and given out advice the way he has. Now, I know Hamza has absolutely no clue who I am, but because he's been so vulnerable and relatable, based on his videos, I feel like we would actually be friends in real life. I don't know. Maybe one day. And to Hamza, don't you dare fucking quit, bro. You are leading something great here. You are doing something great here. And a lot of us, including myself, are learning from you and benefiting from the things that you have created. So please hear me closely when I say this. Fuck the haters and just keep doing you, bro. And to all the haters, because I was once one of y'all when I started making this video. To all of you guys, get off Hamza's dick.
Oh, god damn, get off that nigga dick, bro.
And now to everyone else, if you want to see a little bit of a different perspective when it comes to self-improvement than Hamza's, then I suggest you guys check out this video next.